would go on to become one of the most divisive figures in Bombay, came from a legacy of tolerance. Bal Thackerays father, Prabodhankar, one of the leaders of the Samyukta Maharashtra movement to create a state for Marathis, was a social reformer. But the young Thackeray would take away from that movement not the progressive nature of its leaders, but its violent aspects. As a talented cartoonist with a prestigious Free Press journal with colleagues like R.K. Lakshman, Thackeray's divisive impulses were kept in check. But as the editor of his own journal, he targeted Gujaratis and South Indians, accusing them of stealing jobs from Marathis. This was the run-up to the creation of the Shiv Sena in this mammoth rally in central Mumbai's Shivaji Park. Under his direction, the Sena sought newer targets to expand its political base, from South Indians in the 70s to trade unions in the 80s, to Muslims in the 90s to North Indians today.
Despite his provocative ways, Bal Thackeray generally stayed above the law, fueling public perception of the man who remote controlled the streets of Mumbai. The only time that he came close to facing it was in the year 2000, when he was briefly arrested for writing an inflammatory piece in his party mouthpiece, The Samna, on the eve of the Babri Masjid demolitions, where he implored his Shiv Sainik to wipe out this plot and the battlefield of Ayodhya.
The Sena's alleged active role in the riots that followed and tore Mumbai apart, some say forever. But the riots led to the Sena-BJP alliance sweeping to power in 1995. And the remote control became official. Matoshri, the Thackeray residence, became the new power center. Across party lines, Thackeray had made friends. His visitors ranged from Enron's Rebecca Mark to even the king of pop, who had to pose for these photos to get clearance for his Soul India concert. These photo ops only fueled the Thackeray personality cult, dressed as a godman and yet posing with his beer, sunglasses and cigarette holders. A cult that inspired more than one filmmaker. But while the Thackeray family saga made for box office hits, it fueled the Sena's political decline. The exit of his charismatic nephew Raj from the Sena led to a sharp division in the Sena's Marathi support base. As his party's fortunes declined, so did Thackeray's health. In his final Dashera speech via video conference, it only betrayed how feeble the tiger's roar had become.
ज्या दादर भागामध्ये शिवसेनेचा जन्म झाला, ज्या दादर भागामध्ये शिवसेना भवन उभा आहे, एक पवित्र वास्तू, एक दिमाखामध्ये शानमध्ये, त्या दादर भागामध्ये शिवसेना धूळ चालली गेली. शिवसेनेचे 2 तुकडे पाडणारे. आणि म्हणून मी सांगतो, सांभाळून घ्या. मला सांभाळलं, तुला सांभाळा, आदित्याला सांभाळा आणि महाराष्ट्राचा उत्कर्ष करून द्या. सर्व अवयव वेगळे. आता फक्त बस पडून असतो, चिंतन म्हणत कधी असतो.
If there was any solace, it was the Sena led by his son Uddhav scoring a big win in the 2012 civic polls and the first glimmerings of a patch-up between his estranged nephew and son. It remains uncertain what they will make of the Thackeray legacy, which his admirers, especially here in the heart of Mumbai, see as asserting the rights of the Marathi Manus, but his critics see as one of great paradox of a man who injected a culture of intolerance into the veins of India's most tolerant city.